with something that mentally and or emotionally broke you. On the note of time passing but still thinking about the person, it's been 36 years since my aunt died, 3 months after giving birth, from undiagnosed cancer. Symptoms were attributed to pregnancy. Turned out she had advanced breast cancer that metastasized. I never got a chance to know her, but my mom and the rest of the family would talk about her very often. She was the youngest sister of 5. They all grew up poor and in a very abusive home. My grandma ran away with them and became a single mother of 5. My aunt was only 30 years old when she died, and I can say no one in the family was ever the same. Her death didn't affect me in that way since I wasn't even born yet. But what did affect me was seeing my family keep her spirit alive by talking about her, sharing anecdotes and so on, even decades after. She was an artist and a gentle soul that showed nothing but love and care to everyone around her. And my family taught me that being that kind of a person leaves an impact on others that lasts decades. Filing my dad's bankruptcy, getting him diagnosed for early onset Alzheimer's dementia, and being his primary caregiver, it completely reverses the father-son role in a way I was not prepared for. Better now, but still is heartbreaking. I was my grandparents' main caretaker for years. It started off with me doing their grocery shopping and light cleaning around the house, then slowly turned into me being their nurse as my grandpa started developing dementia or something similar. I enjoyed doing small things for them, but since I was there all the time, my mom and brother stopped helping with the big things. I had to pick my grandpa off the floor by myself when he fell and broke his hip, and I was the one who walked in on my grandma laying on the floor in her own vomit where she had been for a full day because she couldn't get to her phone. My mom brushed me off when I called her crying, saying I couldn't do this on my own anymore. So, I moved across the country. Everyone was shocked when I told them why, even though I begged them for help. Now they have to do it themselves and I have no regrets. But I do have a massive amount of guilt leaving my grandma like that. It's what I had to do. I was 17 when I started doing their shopping, and 24 when I left, and I think that was plenty long enough. My house caught fire when I was sleeping, and I saw my baby's crib go up in flames. He survived, but it fucked me up hard. The fire was a freak accident started by a damaged electrical cord on a humidifier. My boy is 7 now, and other than his scarring, is a happy, healthy, and awesome little dude. Lastly, we survived thanks to a working smoke alarm. Check yours today. It could save a life. Not as dark, but Willie Nelson's house burned down once. Fire crews were there along with a bunch of neighbors, maybe some local media. Willie ran into the smoldering house and emerged a few minutes later with a guitar. People were impressed with his dedication to his arts and craft that he'd risk his life to save his beloved guitar. He later confessed that his weed was inside the guitar and he figured he'd probably need it after what had just happened. My little cousin, 19, hung himself in October. That feeling of holding his cold body as I cut him down from his noose will forever haunt me. I held a gun to my head nearly 11 years ago. I thought about my mom coming home and seeing my body on the couch. I still think about it every day, but now I can't because I would want my burdens on anyone else's shoulders. My best friend killed himself last year. We had plans to hang out and barbecue that weekend. He'll never be the same knowing I went through suicidal tendencies and couldn't help my best friend through his. Please talk to someone if you have these thoughts. We love you and need you here with us. When the police told me my fiancé had been killed by a drunk driver immediately outside of our neighborhood, it didn't help that the police lost the driver in the hospital, letting him escape for about 30 hours. Edit. I was fortunate to have a great network of friends and family to support me. Part of what really helped me was giving up on the idea of justice so that things can be made right. That helped me sever the tie to the accident, acknowledge my fiancée and remember her for her life and not her death. Additionally, my parents and I established a scholarship in my fiancée's honor for students like her, young women in STEM fields. That helped me keep her memory alive and salvage some of the goodness in the world we lost when she was taken from us. Just went through a divorce. One day I'm up, the next I'm down. Today I'm pretty fucking down. Edit. The amount of replies and kind words and encouragement and advice I have received is overwhelmingly wonderful. Thank you all so much, and I hope this thread has helped others going through something similar. May you all find joy in your lives. Sometimes you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. After I found out my ex had been lying, cheating, She acted like she didn't know who I was, avoided all contact, and lied to the other dude about our relationship to make herself seem innocent. The feeling of being able to trust them with anything and just moments later they completely shatter that trust. Betrayal really hurts for a long time, but as time moves forward you realize how much better it is to have weeded that person out of your life. Now surrounded by better friends, company, with new knowledge to know what behavior to watch out for in the future. Like most things in life, time makes it a bit easier to come to terms with.
Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Good luck.